CampbellCloud gives me the opportunity to view historical data from my sensors using Data Explorer. Click on Data Explorer on the left side of the CampbellCloud screen. The display switches to Data Explorer. If I haven't viewed a station, I will be prompted to select measurements. If I am viewing a station, the last measurements I viewed from that station will be shown. Right now, I'm only viewing the air temperature measurement from the ClimateView 50. I add more measurements by clicking the drop-down menu for Data Explorer. I then expand my tutorial network to see my Logan station. All the available measurements are shown. I click the checkbox next to each measurement I want shown. Now I click Apply to view the data. By default, the most recent measurement is shown at the top. I can show the oldest record first by clicking on the arrow next to Timestamp. I'm currently in Table View. Clicking the drop-down arrow next to Table View gives me the option to view the data on a chart or to display the measurements on the network map. Select Chart. The chart type drop-down lets me choose how the data is displayed. Clicking a measurement along the bottom in Chart View will toggle that measurement on and off. I can use the handles on either end of the slider bar to change the zoom level. I can also use the Zoom tool to select a specific section of data to be viewed. I can zoom in multiple times to show increasingly smaller ranges of data. The Zoom Reset tool will step back to the previous zoom level. If I've zoomed in multiple times, it will take multiple clicks to get me back to where I see all the data at once. A slider along the bottom of the map view allows me to scroll through the data to show the measurements at different times. I can use the drop-down menu to temporarily change the time zone being shown in the displayed data. Right now, I have America Denver selected. If I wish to see the data in Coordinated Universal Time, or UTC, I select Etc. UTC from the drop-down menu. Data Explorer will continue displaying the time I choose until I change screens. At that time, the time will revert to the time zone saved in my user preferences. Another drop-down menu gives me access to several standard time periods in which to display my data. Ranges from 1 hour to a full week are available. I can easily step through my data using the forward and back arrows on either side of the display range shown above my data. If I'm showing a 6-hour time period, clicking the back arrow shows the prior 6 hours. These arrows are available in both Chart View and Table View. The Reset button will reset my view back to the most recent data and set my time zone to the time zone set in my settings. In Chart View, if I want to see the minimum or maximum values shown in the chart, I can click on the hamburger button and click the toggle switches for Show Minimums and Show Maximums to have those values displayed. When active, the minimum and maximum values for the data shown on the current screen will be shown. If I use the back arrow to show older data, the minimum and maximum values for that screen will then be shown. If I am viewing data from sensors in different time zones and want to see how that data correlates using local time, I can align the sensor data to show data at the same times. To do this, click the hamburger menu when both sets of data are being displayed. Click the Time Zone Alignment toggle switch to turn on the alignment. The screen refreshes to show the data at the same local time, making it easier to compare values. Alignment is turned off in the same manner. Menus along the top of the screen allow me to select the time period being displayed and to export the data as a comma-separated value, CSV file, for further data processing. I can also view data in Data Explorer from the Stations and Networks display. If I click on my Logan weather station, a new window opens showing measurements I have added to my favorites. To view a single data type in Data Explorer, click on the data name or current measurement. Data Explorer opens showing the last 6 hours of that single measurement. I can also view all my favorite measurements by clicking View in Data Explorer after clicking on my weather station. Once in Data Explorer, I can change the way my data is displayed in the same manner as if I had directly entered Data Explorer.